Now more Good Day Dakota on KX News.
6:37 here on your Thursday. Welcome back. Well, school is almost out. I know a lot of kids are excited. And the holiday weekend is right around the corner, which means a lot of people are going to be outside grilling and barbecuing.
And that's right. And Memorial Day is coming up here. So meteorologist Stone Schaefer takes a look at some of the weather stats surrounding the big holiday in this week's WeatherWise. Stone.
Yeah, so because Memorial Day is right around the corner, I went back all the way to 1886 to 1970, where Memorial Day was always on May 30th, and after that it switched to the last Monday of the month. And I collected all the data from 1886 to figure out what our temperatures was, what our warmest, what our coldest, what our rain was like, and what our average temperatures were for Memorial Day. And that's what I'm talking about here this week on WeatherWise. So to start off, I'm looking at the hottest days and mornings that we had on Memorial Day, and it was a hot one. 1934 in Dickinson, Minot, and Bismarck. Your highs were at 105 in Minot, 102 in Bismarck, and 98 in Dickinson. And Williston wasn't that far away. It's actually more recently. That was in 1988 at 95 degrees. And some of those warmest lows, well, those were in the 60s. So we had 64 in 1988 in Williston, 66 in Dickinson. That was the warmest morning in Dickinson, or in all of the cities. That was in 1934. And then 62 both in Minot and Bismarck. Bismarck was also pretty recently as well. That was in 2018. We look at the coldest days across Memorial Day, the coldest highs that we had. Well, the coldest one, that was in Dickinson at 44 degrees in 1971, but we had 50 and 52 both in Bismarck and Minot, and then Williston's coldest high was 56 back in 1980. And some of the coldest lows that we had actually surprised me, a little bit warmer than I expected. Expected to see some teens, maybe even some single digits, but no, mid to upper 20s. Most of them were in the May 30th range, and before 1947 in Dickinson, 1917 in Minot, and 1947 in Bismarck. But Williston, you had 27 back in 1992. So when we looked at the average temperatures for all the Memorial Days all time, Bismarck's was right around 70.6, Minot 71.4, Dickinson right around 70, and then Williston was the warmest at 74.1. And when it came to rainfall, the heaviest amount of rain, that was in Dickinson, where you had 2.67 inches of rainfall. And lots of the areas were right around 1 to 2 inches of rainfall on Memorial Day. And there were some areas that had snow on Memorial Day as well this year. We're looking to be a little bit too warm for that snow, maybe today and tonight, but not for Memorial Day. We look at our Memorial Day weekend forecast, and what we see is Friday, we're in the 50s with the rain chance in the morning. It may move away by the afternoon. You should have some sun there. Saturday in the 60s, lots of sunshine. There may be some light rain chances late into the night. Sunday, you do have another rain chance, temperatures in the 60s. And then Memorial Day actually is starting to look pretty nice. Temperatures could be in the 70s and the 60s, and that rain chance that we did have is starting to move away. So could be a dry day for Memorial Day. But remember to continue sending your questions so I can answer them here weekly on WeatherWise.
And you can do just that by visiting kxnet.com, clicking on weather, and then WeatherWise.
And there you'll see a link that will allow you to submit your questions.
Stone, thanks very much. And there's still plenty ahead here on Good Day Dakota, including